Action combat, epic large-scale PvP, fully voice-acted storytelling, and the best mounts in the industry. Hello everyone, my name is Relzor, and this is Guild Wars 2. Guild Wars 2 is a semi-action combat game that uses tab targeting and dodge rolling to avoid attacks, while you place combo fields on the ground that can be used to light arrows on fire or blast into them, giving healing to everyone around. Along with this, there's also an option in the settings for an action combat mode. This turns your cursor into a target and makes your left click an auto attack. This mode feels great in Guild Wars 2, helping you feel more immersed as you explore the open world. Most classes can also swap between two chosen weapons in combat, each with its own 5 unique weapon skills. If you've played Classic WoW or Elder Scrolls Online and enjoyed the different ways you can change your character's playstyle, then you're in for a treat with Guild Wars 2. Guild Wars 2 has 3 trait lines with 9 different changeable options in each line. The third trait line is where you can equip your class specialization, allowing your core class to use new weapons and new skills. Each class has 5 slot skills that can be changed as well, 3 normal skills, 1 heal, and 1 elite skill. With such a good combat system and build system, you'd expect the PvP to be pretty fun. Well, you'd be right. Guild Wars 2 has 2 different distinct types of PvP. Structured PvP that consists of 2v2, 3v3, and 5v5 small scale battles, either being team deathmatch or control points. And then there's World vs World, that focuses on large epic battles for castles and keeps across 5 maps. Think the battlegrounds in World of Warcraft, but on a much larger scale. After creating your first character and finishing the starting instance, you'll be let loose into the world of Tyria. The first thing you will notice is there's no handholding in Guild Wars 2. You speak to NPCs with telescope icons to find out information about the area you're in. They'll give you a brief explanation on lore and where to find quests. Quests in Guild Wars 2 are called Heart Quests. Heart Quests are area-based objectives, meaning if you walk into a Heart Quest location, you can start doing the quest without speaking to any NPC. Exploring in Guild Wars 2 is rewarded. Completing Heart Quests, discovering waypoints, and viewing vistas all help to uncover the map. Each completed map gives you a large amount of experience and some loot. In Guild Wars 2, you're not just an adventurer in name, you really do feel like you're going on an epic adventure all the time, finding hidden jumping puzzles, long lost catacombs, and interacting with vistas on top of giant mountains. Crafting in Guild Wars 2 is an in-depth and enjoyable experience. All the materials you gather from around the world are stored neatly in an account-wide collection ready to be used. Crafting has multiple uses for endgame, whether it be crafting your best in slot gear or making food and utility buffs for your character or your party. Each crafting profession can be leveled all the way to 400, and while you're leveling, you can use the Discover tab to mix and match materials together to find new recipes. Crafting multiple items at once also speeds up per item crafted, making it faster and less of a chore. Guild Wars 2 has an interesting and fully voice-acted story. Although not as gripping as Final Fantasy XIV's story, Guild Wars 2 certainly isn't a joke. With a rich and diverse lore, good voice acting, and memorable characters, your attention will be held. After 10 years, Guild Wars 2 has changed quite a lot, and all of this content can be played through from the very beginning, giving you hundreds of hours to enjoy. Fractals, strikes, and raids. Guild Wars 2 has 3 main types of instance endgame content. Fractals are Guild Wars 2's version of Mythic Plus dungeons. They start easy and get harder the higher you progress. Much like a Mythic Plus, Fractals have affixes or debuffs that affect your party, whether it be not allowing you to stand too close to each other, or enemies that hit 10 times harder when they're behind you. These can be fun and challenging to deal with. Strikes are instance content where a group of 10 players take on one boss, essentially like trials from Final Fantasy XIV. These come in 2 difficulties, regular and challenge mode. And finally, there's raids. These are 10 player instance content with story segments as you fight boss to boss, mostly the same as in any other MMO. Mounts in Guild Wars 2 are industry leading. There are 9 unique mounts altogether, each with different skills and movement. Use a raptor to leap across cliffs or long distances, a skimmer to glide across water or dive deep below the surface once trained, a griffin to soar through the skies at jet-like speeds, or a siege turtle to take a friend of you and lay waste to any foe that crosses your paths. And one of the best things is account-wide progression. All of the hard work I put into my main character can be used on all of my alts. All my gold is shared, mastery is unlocked once per account, so I never need to grind them up again, mounts usable on new characters, and even legendary gear, all shared across my account. And you can get all of this with no subscription fee. Try the base game for free with no time restrictions, or make a one-time purchase and the game is yours. Thank you all for watching, and come try Guild Wars 2 today. My name is Relzor, and I'll see you next time.
With